Hello, everybody. My name is Kamar, and today we will be reviewing our 12th installment of Season 3 of Bubble Guppies. Season 3, Episode 12, The Oyster Bunny. In this episode, the Bubble Guppies learned about baby animals and the mystical Oyster Bunny. Now, I believe this is our first Easter special in the series, and if you had to ask me, this is basically somewhat sort of, in my opinion, if had a cow, at least in have a cow back in season 1, in some places had a sequel episode, this would be it in some places, because back in that episode, back in season 1, we met Butterscotch, and she had her baby. Also, we see Farmer Joe, and let's just say that I think that his farm grew over time. More baby animals kept on being added to the farm family, like back in Have a Cow, in my opinion. So yeah, if you had to ask me, this is somewhat, in my eyes, like a sequel to Have a Cow. And I like the name Oyster, instead of like Easter bunny, because like oyster, they're in the sea. And I like how it is a Easter special, but in the same way, it's like, it's not really like trying to shove it in your face like this is an Easter special, lots of bright colors. No, I feel like them letting us know it's an Easter special, but subtly like letting us know, which I'll talk about later on, is really good. So episode starts with Molly, Gill, and Bubba Puppy swimming to school, and they see a little baby chick go by them, and we see Farmer Joe again, and he's really awesome, and he has another character design, and the little baby chick is so cute, it's adorable, and as somebody who likes baby animals, and for all of you baby animal lovers out there who watch my reviews, this episode's for you, most definitely. It is. It is. And not to mention, like, literally the day I recorded this review, me, I was celebrating, I went out to celebrate my friend's birthday, and we was in Five Below, and we saw this lady who had like a little, I believe, she said it was like I believe she said like, the puppy she got it like a few days ago, but it was so cute. It was trying to like bite our little hands, but obviously it couldn't because it barely had any teeth, and it was so cute, sniffing us, and it was just the most adorable little puppy ever. It was so cute in his little cage. It was so cute. It was so cute, and the owner let us like have our put our fingers in front of the its little like plastic cage, and it was just so cute. But by the episode, I'm sorry. They explain that he explains that the other animals on his farm, like how a baby foal is gonna become a horse, a baby calf is gonna be a cow, and we have a little baby piglet running away, and then him running off saying, "A piglet's a baby pig." It's really adorable. And the baby chicks in a little crate is so cute. And Molly and Gil pretend to be chicks on the way to school. And when they finally get to school, they explain that they saw baby animals. They saw baby animals, and just I'm sorry, Dima and Una are literally just every baby animal lover on the internet. Every baby animal lover on the internet. Every single time Gil says a baby animal, they just like, and Nani's face looking at them, like, I don't mean to call him out. Trust me, I love Nani. I love Nani. Like, literally, after our next episode I'm gonna review next, literally we're gonna have one of the best episodes in the series for him, for in my opinion. Trust me, I love him. I do not mean to call him out, but the way he was looking at Una and Dima, he was like, okay, this is getting a teeny bit awkward, just a little bit. Trust me, I am not trying to come from my boy Nani. I love him deeply. And then we talk about baby animals and stuff in the question segment, and then we have another banger song, Baby Animals. It's super this is one of the best pop songs in the series. It's so catchy, like baby, 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 it's a big world I know. Baby, 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 by every year you'll grow. From the biggest humpback whale to the smallest garden snail. Every animal you meet, they all started off as babies like you and me. Baby, you and me. Baby, you and me. One of the best pop songs in the season, in my opinion. It's so catchy. So catchy. And I like how, and I'm so happy it was used in another baby centric episode where we're going to have next season. But instead, we're going to be talking about a human, well, guppy baby, not an animal baby. But they still bring up baby animals in that episode. If you know, you know. Oh my god. And then we have our shop segment with Dima, stuffed baby animals. And I like how normally it's just like one customer. Normally we have like one customer per shop segment, but I like it how we have two, Una and Gil, which kind of gave me some deja vu. Back like in season 1, how like back in season 1 we had like two customers. We had two customers most of the time per shop segment, which I kind of missed the two format, you know. I kind of missed the two format, to be honest. I do, thinking about it now. But I like how at first we not only get to help out with snuggly animals, which kind of reminded me of what we had back in the shop segment in the Elephant Trunk and Dunk in this earlier in the season. We also get to talk about how baby animals are different from their adult parent counterparts, like baby zebras and baby rhinos. And baby rhinos, it's just so cute. It's so cute and adorable. And I'm somebody who is a sucker for stuffies. I am. So this segment was really cute to me. It really was. And I like Dima's outfit too. Looked like she was going on she had like a safari like outfit. Savannah like outfit. I like it. I like it a lot. I do. And then we have our shop segment. Then we have our shop segment with no, sorry, lunch joke. And on he has baby carrots, and this is by far one of the cutest silly lunches he's ever gotten. One of the cutest lunches he ever had. So adorable. The little baby carrots cooing. And then we have our Molly and Gil segment, which surprisingly, Gil said that Farmer Joe gave him baby chick eggs to look after. First of all, I have two questions. One, did Mr. Grouper know about this? Or I don't and how did Farmer Joe let Gil look after a whole carton of live baby chicks? I'm so confused. Now if it was just one egg, if it was just one baby chick egg, okay, I will let that slide. But a whole carton of baby chick eggs? I don't know how to feel about that because number one, Gil is a kid, and number two, he already got to deal with enough with little fish sometimes. So luckily they weren't in this episode to mess around with Gil, but still leaving a kid in charge of that many baby chicks, that's very iffy in my opinion. That's very iffy. Sometimes when I think about this skit, it leaves a teeny bit of a bad taste in my mouth, but at the same time, I like baby animals, so I just try to brush it off, which most of the time I do because I love baby animals. I do. And at first, everything's going good. Gail's explaining to Molly that these baby chicks are going to turn into chickens and they're going to hatch soon. But one of them hatches, and as Gail's trying to, trying to greet him into the world, the chick immediately assumes it's its dad. And I swear, his reaction is like, wait, what? No, I'm not your... And then the baby chicks keep on saying, Dada, Dada. Like, oh my goodness. Which, this is actually a real thing in real life. It is. Baby animals, any type of animals, are very affectionate. The first thing. One of the one of the few people that they see, well, one of the few people they see when they're first born, they'll immediately assume they're its mother. They're its mother. So I'm happy the show um talked about this because they're not too far off with this information. This actually is true. So yeah, now Gil got to deal with this, but he's gonna have to deal with a lot more later on. A lot more. So then we cut to the classroom. Dima and Una, they're carrying around baby stuffed animals in their strollers, and Molly and the boys, they're making baby animals out of clay. And then Gobi makes up this tale about the oyster bunny, and he says that if they find the oyster bunny, then they'll give him a special surprise. And then when Gil asks where does the oyster bunny live, Mr. Grouper says makes up Oyster Island, which was really funny. And then he says, I don't know. Oh my god, it was funny. And then all the guppies want to try to visit the oyster bunny, which if you don't believe this is an Easter special just yet, just wait until the field trip segment. Just wait. And then we have our there's time to go outside, and we have our storybook segment, Antarctica penguin parents. Once again we have Dima and Molly in the Arctic again, this time looking after cute little baby animals, cute little baby penguins. They're so cute. And we have little chick, middle chick, and big chick, and they have to take them home to their parents, and they have to keep them away from the leopard seal, and which is which is which really sucks that they in the end this the seal was chasing them because they needed somebody, because she was looking for somebody to look after her baby, which is a cute little pup. Is so cute. In real life they do eat penguins. They do. I thought it was just one of those cases in the show where like oh, I wasn't gonna eat you, and that the rules don't apply in real life, but this is one of the few cases where it does. It does. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this in my very first episode of the series, called Clambulance, where Dima and Gil thought the gorilla was gonna eat them, but then Nani says gorillas don't eat people. The gorillas don't eat people, which is true. And whew, thank God to that. Thank God to that. Thank God to that. Whew. But yeah, in real life, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. It really is. And just the little baby penguin stripping is so adorable. It's so cute. It's really, really cute. And I like Dima's "What's up, pup?" And also that scene where they thought this leopard seal was gonna eat the big chick when they finally got him home to his dad. Finally got him home to his dad. Like, I'm telling you, the emperor penguins, they were willing to square up. And even my girl Dima, she was like, "That's enough. You're not gonna eat this little chick." Like, baby, they was not playing. They was not playing. I'm getting deja vu from the storybook segment from back in Bring on the Bugs. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Who wants to bet that any animal tribe will go that will fight up fight up with Dima. Have Dima as their leader. I'm just saying, cuz so far we have ants on Dima's side, and now we have penguins. Jesus Christ. My girl's on a roll, but okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And then we have our dance song, the bunny dance, which is really catchy. And this is some of the best that Gil's singing voice actress in this season has ever sang, because he sings so good. And I also like the part of the song where it's like, how did it go? I'm trying to remember. Okay, I remember. It went, "Don't stop, just hop, bunny hop until you drop." I like that. I like that. It was really catchy. I like that. And I love Dima, Nani, and Gil just as bunnies. So cute. And then we have Gil trying to trying to hide from the other chicks, and he has on a trench coat, an oversized mustache, and a hat. And then he's trying to hide from the baby chicks, and then he noticed that all of them hatched. All of them hatched. And then he's worrying because he doesn't know where he is. And well, they're on his head. And even Gil, he's like, they're on my head, aren't they? Yes, they are. So my boy ditches the hat, he runs for his life, and all of the other call him Dada. Oh boy. And then, if you really don't believe this is the Easter special, from the title, from the title, from the dance song that we just had, they're going Easter egg hunting. They're hunting some eggs, but I don't know if those eggs are. I don't know which one they are. What I mean is, are these like eggs that they painted, like, or are they like chocolate eggs? I always thought they were chocolate eggs because I love chocolate eggs. Your girl loves her some chocolate. So I've always thought of them as chocolate eggs, in my opinion. And then we go further beyond the school, and we see the temple of baby animals that Gobi was talking about earlier in the episode. And I like how we have this part of the episode is pretty Gobi centric right here, which I like that. I like that. In my opinion, Gobi hasn't gotten a lot of attention. Has gotten a lot of attention in this season, which is kind of sad because he really is a great character. He really is, you know? But I'm happy towards the end of this season, Gobi is going to get a centric episode. He will. He will. But yeah, and at first everything's like pretty ominous. I love the music. I got some pretty only the Sphinx knows vibes, especially with the fiery torch, which I don't really like that Gobi's holding it, because in only the Sphinx knows we had Mr. Grouper holding the fire torch because he's a grown up. I don't really like the idea that Gobi is holding a fire torch, and I mean he is careful with it, but at the same time that leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, you know. But I also like how at first he's starting to doubt that the Oyster Bunny doesn't exist, but then the others assure him that we'll keep looking with you. And then at first, and everything's fine, and then Dean was like pulling on this like golden basket, and then Nani's saying, at least there's no booby traps. But boy, I hate to tell you this, because you're one of my favorite characters. You jinxed it. You jinxed it. Because a giant boulder comes from a little opening door, about to smash them, chasing after them, Indiana Jones style. And then they managed to escape the temple, and then when the egg gets stuck in the entrance they entered from the outside. From the outside, it turns into a colorful Easter egg, and then at first, who they think is Mr. Grouper claims it's the Oyster Bunny, and they all get his special surprise, which is baby animal crackers, which to me, today, I had to take a test today, and they were giving out like some snacks for the people that were testing, which I was included, and they had these, I don't know if it was like a coincidence, but they had frosted animal crackers in the shape of sea animals, like turtles and fishes. Like, was that a sign that I had to review this episode today? Was that a sign for the universe or what? But yeah, and then Mr. Grouper comes just when they don't see the Oyster Bunny, and they tell him that we saw the Oyster Bunny. We saw the Oyster Bunny, and they gave us a special surprise, baby animal crackers. And then when they try to show them to him, they don't see him. They say he's gone, and he says, "Oh, did I miss him? Too bad." And then Gobi assures him, "Don't worry, he'll be back next year." And then Mr. Grouper, same way he did back in the Moon Rocks in season 1, says, "Oh, I'm sure he will be." Winks at us. Did he have something to do with the Oyster Bunny? Nah. What are the odds? But that ends our episode. And if you couldn't, and I'm pretty sure after that whole segment right there, you're finally convinced that this is an Easter special. So, yeah. Last Mile and Gil's segment, Gil's basically doing something that I used to always like doing. when I was a kid, like saying the animals that I was about to eat from the animal crackers I used to love eating. Um, I think I remember. I think I remember like posting a short of me like being so obsessed with like animal crackers on my main channel. Yeah, I did. I did. Oh my god. So yeah, I used to talk about like the animals I was eating. Like I'm about to eat a cow. I'm about to eat a giraffe. And eating a whole zoo over there. And then when he finally picks up like a baby chick shaped animal cracker, um, we at first Gil thinks that the cracker's talking, but nope, it's the other chick back with its siblings, still thinking that Gil is their dad. And he runs off and nitpick here. Really, Molly, you're not gonna help your friend with those baby chicks? At least let them think you're the mommy. So you're gonna eat Gil's snacks? Like, come on, girl, you're better than that. But that's my only nitpick right there. But overall, this was a really good Easter special. I liked it. It was really good. A lot of cuteness, a lot of good moments. Um, a little bit of character spotlight from a character that, in my opinion, um, didn't really is not really having that much attention in this season, like from previous seasons. But yeah, this episode was really good. So I'm gonna give this episode a solid 9. I really liked it. It was a really solid episode. So tune in with me next time as we'll be reviewing our 13th installment of this season. Season 3, episode 13, the UFO. Or, in other words, the unidentified flying orchestra. See you all next time.